awesome.
Yeah, it was.
Bro JMR, what's up?
How you guys doing?
Our 3 cents on
The Lego Movie. Now, some of you who have seen some of our other videos, like our house tour video, may have seen that we have a few Legos around, and we actually have more now. We have a couple of big pieces that we've been working on for the past week or so, but we are pretty big fans of Legos, and even as little kids we were. So this movie was like a dream come true for us.
Yep. Lego Movie was really, it was just an all-around great movie.
Yes, it was.
It was action-packed. It was funny. It was really funny.
Yeah.
It had, good story, good characters. As much characters as you can get for a little plastic Lego piece.
But each character had their own personality, which is what really made it good, I really like that. They actually put a lot of character development into the story.
Yep.
So.
We can go over the basic story of the movie.
Kind of.
It's really actually really complex.
Yes.
And where you think the movie is going is not where it's going at all.
Yeah. We even want to really talk about that?
Yeah, let's not even go into the plot. You just got to go watch the movie.
I was actually more specifically asking, do we want to talk about the end, or do we want to do this completely spoiler-free?
I don't know, man. It'd be hard to do it spoiler-free without talking about the ending.
That's kind of where most of the stuff that I was going to talk about is.
Yeah.
So, cast, though. I can run through that real quick. Chris Pratt plays the main character, Emmett. Will Arnett plays Batman, which he's hilarious in this. Morgan Freeman plays, I don't know, a wizard.
He plays
some old guy.
Morgan Freeman always plays.
Yeah.
A god.
Yeah, basically.
A blind god in this.
Yes, he is. Elizabeth Banks plays Wildstyle / Lucy.
Was that who that was?
Yes, that was Elizabeth Banks.
I was trying to get a name to a face.
Liam Neeson plays Bad Cop. And I gotta say, the little fanboy in me has been holding out this whole time, hoping that he was going to be playing Batman, doing the voice of Batman, because that would have just been too awesome, but it didn't turn out. And Will Ferrell plays Lord Business, or President Business.
Yes.
Who is the villain of the movie.
Villain.
So.
And we got to put that in air quotes because.
Because of where the movie goes.
Yeah, where the movie takes place, or takes and goes. All kinds of little Lego throw-ins from they talk about all kinds of different sets. They really delve into the 80s classic sets. Yeah.
And they mention a lot of sets that are out now without giving them exact names.
Yeah.
Like they talk about some of the new stuff that's out, like Ninjago, and whatever that other one is that has a really weird name, but they don't mention that by name. They even talk about Lord of the Rings, but they call it Middle Zealand.
Yeah,
or
to
something.
Get away with the copyright.
Yeah,
I guess they couldn't get copyright on that one for it.
Yeah.
They do give you some previews of some sets / characters coming out. They did. If you notice, that Millhouse is one of the master builders.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
And if you've seen the Lego Movie Lego sets in the stores, and if you were like us and you looked at it and you're like, what the hell is going on with this? Totally makes sense after seeing the movie.
It really does. It really does. Yes. Yeah, because one of the big parts of this movie is that the characters are most of the main characters are master builders, which means that they can build anything out of anything. Because everybody else in the town, this movie, the big part of the beginning of it is about following instructions. Everybody has to follow instructions, and then Wild Style comes in and says, "No, you don't have to."
Did you almost say Wild Stallions?
I think I almost said Wild Side.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't know. I don't
Anyways,
know. Too much 80s stuff the past 2 days.
exactly. And so I mean, I guess we can go with that. I guess I got figured out where we can go without doing spoiler work. It's a big internal struggle between being creative as a child or being, building the sets as they come for a hobby as an adult.
Yes, that's a very good way of putting it.
Yes.
And that it's something that rings so true, especially for both of us, because we built Legos as children, and now we're buying the collector sets and putting them together as collector's items, to show off. And it's such a big struggle, and especially now, and it really focuses on that sense of being a master builder and being able to build anything, which is something that just now people are starting to really think of. When we were children, you bought sets of random pieces and you tried to put together what you could. Now you can go to a Lego store and you can buy whatever piece you want.
Yes.
You can say, I need 100 of these, I need 50 of these. When we were children, you just bought them in a mixed bag, and you're just like, put them together.
Yeah.
Whatever you could. I remember building a house.
And it was so multi-technicolored.
Well,
because you worked with what you had.
You worked with what you had, exactly.
And I think unless you're like creative, some adults are creative. They have a creative mind. But the thing about the Legos is when you're a kid, you're better at just imagining things that you can just put anything together, like, a double-decker couch that has coolers in it, for instance, or just random crap.
Yeah. But you don't have the planning process in your mind to be able to really make these crazy ideas that you have actually turn into something real.
You just start putting bricks together and like, oh well, no, this needs to go over here, and
yeah. But that was the great thing about Legos.
Yes.
Is that it allowed kids to explore their imagination and build whatever you want. And that was kind of a theme running through the movie.
Exactly. The funniest part, I thought, was Star Wars.
Oh my gosh, that Star Wars tie-in was just awesome. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, the Millennium Falcon
just randomly shows up.
Yeah.
And Han Solo and C-3PO and Chewbacca
and
Lando Calrissian just randomly make an appearance out of nowhere.
And Billy D. Williams actually came in to voice Lando, and Anthony Daniels came in to voice C-3PO. Unfortunately, Harrison Ford was not there. A little bit too big of a name because they already had Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
But that was a great little tie-in. I really like that.
In most of the movie, I kept thinking to myself, what the hell is going on in this movie? It takes a really, really long time before you kind of just... it takes almost the entire movie before you figure out what the actual story of this movie is.
Yeah. It's just, it's the in-movie plot, but it's that you're halfway following along throughout the entire movie, and you get to the end and you realize that that's really not what they're trying to say at all.
Yeah.
You know, that's not what the point of the movie was. The point of the movie is something completely different.
And there was just some crazy, just totally, just randomly crazy stuff put in there. It was like when they got to the cloud,
Cuckoo Land.
Cuckoo Land.
Cloud Cuckoo Land.
That was the most bizarre thing I've ever seen. I mean, what is a unikitty? What is a unicorn? This is like a unicorn cat hybrid thing with like, it's like Hello Kitty on crack or something like that.
Yeah.
It was just so bizarre.
That was a great character, though. That character was crazy, but she was funny. Yeah.
Oh.
But yes, there was some very odd things in it, you know. But when they're in the main city, there's some really funny stuff that they throw in. Like the main character works at a construction site, and at one point they destroy the entire city, and then they're like, "Okay, now let's build it all again, exactly as the instructions say."
Yeah.
You know. Like, oh, we're just going to tear everything down, but it's okay. We can build it right back up.
And just, and every time they would blow something up, they would have the little plastic little fires.
Yes.
And it was a great combination of CG and like actual. I really want to say that it was actual. I hope, let's put it this way, I hope that it was actual stop motion.
It at least looked like it,
Yeah.
and that's
I
what.
think it may be a stop motion run through a computer.
Yeah, it very much looked stop motion, like people used to make Lego movies, which are impossible, so hard to do.
Exactly. But it was really good, and the 3D. I didn't really notice anything spectacular about the 3D because just it was so well shot
Mhm.
and everything. It did have a good depth of field to it, though.
Yeah, and there was like any of the parts where people were shooting, you could really start to notice the effects.
Mm-hmm.
But most of the time, it was more immersive effects than anything jumping out at you. It just gave, like you said, it gave a really good depth of field.
It really did look like you were looking through a window into a Lego world, though.
Yeah.
So.
Which, by the time you got to the end of the movie, you just kind of became used to it, and you understood. You know?
So, that's the Lego movie.
Highly recommend it.
Highly, highly recommend. It was totally worth almost $14 a ticket.
Yeah, it is. It is worth it. Go see it in 3D. See it on the biggest screen you can find. And this is one of those movies that is going to make, once the good reviews start getting out, it's going to make all of the money, because it will appeal to anyone.
It will.
You know,
because there was family, there was, big groups of college kids, there was parents with their own children in there, so it's a wide. I mean, it'll appeal to a wide audience.
Yeah, it's a movie that anybody can enjoy.
Yeah, even if you don't like Legos.
Yeah,
of course, it helps to like Legos.
But who doesn't? If you don't like Legos, then what is wrong with you?
And then just go super glue yourself.
Nice.
So that's our review.
Yep.
It's awesome.
Yep.
It kicks bricks.
It kicks bricks. I like that.
So
that's good.
Join us next week for, I don't know what we're doing, but we'll figure something out in the next 7 days. So,
yep.
7 days.
No.
Anyway, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you like our stuff, and we'll see you next week. Thanks.
Blessed be.